Let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it. Let them know that.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. To all my regular deglers, welcome back. To all those who wanted vlogs, here we go. So this is prep for Albania part 1. And yeah, I got my hair done. Got my hair done and then did some DIY maintenance at home. I tinted and waxed my eyebrows. What else did I do? Yeah, not the best experience, but well worth it and definitely affordable. That's what my brows look like afterwards. Then I did my toenails and yeah, we were good to go. Fast forward the morning of the day. This was my outfit of the day. And our shoe game, as you can see, I went with the mister. I was a designated driver because he had come from a night shift. And at this point, we were parking our car at the Holiday Blue car park in Dublin. And yeah, just taking a few clips and soaking it in. And here we're waiting for the bus that was taking us into the airport. So yeah, we're in the bus there. And then fast forward, we're walking into the airport. I was so excited, guys, because this is the first time I'd been alone with Mama since we had the baby. So it was nice to have time out. The holiday had started for us at this point. So yeah, let's get into the holiday. So it was a 6-day, 5-night trip to Albania, Juris, and we booked it via an agent in the UK. The price was £750 for the both of us, including tickets, accommodation and food. But food was breakfast and dinner, which was fine because we were never around lunchtime. And yeah, so at this point we'd gotten some breakfast. I think you saw it was a granola bowl and a wrap. And then this is the point where you're like to the husband, anyway, you'll see I was trying to do all the airport challenges. I'd been googling them days before just because of the excitement. But anyway, yeah, content creation will be the end of us. So anyway, this was us going to security check. Just look at my hair, guys. A minute for my hair. If only I could keep it that nice the whole year. Anyway, so we're on our way to the security check. I was still telling you about the cost. Albania itself is very affordable, guys. Everything, like, when you're there is very, very affordable. Drinks, spa treatments, going into town. If you're going to stay on a side where you can go into town, everything is affordable. But if you go to the luxury hotels, some of them are a bit out. You won't really go into town. But luckily for us, we were in a central place, so we're able to go into town by bus, which was a plus. So yep, at this point then we've been told our flight had been delayed. So the flight was basically Dublin to Germany, then Germany to Albania, and it was like the whole day traveling. It must be a shorter flight from the UK to Albania, but definitely from Dublin, you have to go through Germany, or maybe it's the flight that we got. We went through Germany, and it was almost a 1 hour something flight, and then we had a layover was about 3 hours, I think, and then we finally arrived in Albania at about midnight, maybe let's say 11:30. It didn't take long it's a small airport, so it didn't take long to kind of stamp and wait to get our bags and stuff like that. That was fine. So at this point, we're landing in Germany, and it was nice to see. I've gone through Germany so many times, even when going back home. So it's always nice to see. And the airport side we went to this time was different from when you're going to Africa. So it was nice to see a different side of the German airport. And yeah, that was touchdown. It was nice. I think it was nice that I was able to switch off and just regroup and just have me time before going back to work. That was a plus. Not many people can do it, but so also with these trips, when you have an agent, I think the advantage is that you can pay. Remember, I was on maternity leave, so obviously finances would be tight. But because we did it via an agent, you can pay we paid it. We knew we wanted to do this. We had planned it, so we didn't have to pay it once off. We paid it in 3 different installments, and which worked out fine for us. This must be the one place everyone loves, the duty free. So we were getting drinks, obvious, to set the mood. Okay, we weren't sure. I'd seen some videos on TikTok of people going to Albania and they were getting their own drinks. So I was thinking that it's going to be expensive there, but the drinks actually are not expensive in Albania if ever you think of going. But I think also it was good because we reached there at midnight and we obviously wanted to have a few drinks before settling, so that way you have your drinks. So they just ask for your boarding pass and your ticket and they scan that. I think it's just, I don't know, protocol or whatever. That's the condition, I guess. Anyway, we had got the drinks, we walked around. What else did we do? Am I the only one who thinks that some of the prices, especially of the restaurants and the airports, are ridiculously high? Like, I won't eat unless I'm dying. Anyway, trying some of the TikTok challenges here. My poor husband was going through it, but at this point he was just tolerating me because am I the only one who, when I go somewhere with my husband, it's either we get along very well or it's a total disaster where we're not going to be talking. So to this day he chose peace. Anyway, this was the Germany airport. We were waiting. There was lots of time anyway. There was a layover, so we're waiting for our next flight.
Your smile lit up like a sunrise glow. Touch so soft where the seasons flow. We met where the stars take their flight. Every moment with you feels just right. Whisper your name in the rush of the breeze. Love like an ocean rippling with ease. Heartbeats sink into this melody. You and I forever, wild and free.
This must have been 2 a.m. So fast forward, we got a taxi from the airport. If you go to the taxis in front of the entrance of the airport, they are way expensive. I think they wanted to charge us 50 euro, but because of research and whatever, we knew we were supposed to pay roughly 20 euro. You can also get a car on arrival and just drive yourselves, but they drive on the opposite side of the road from us, so we didn't want that confusion. So yeah, we checked in. That was our room, the basics of a normal hotel room: a couch, nice big beds, nice spacious room, a TV, a fruit basket there. Yeah, it was very clean. I don't want to complain. The bed was very comfortable, guys. Take me anywhere where there are white sheets, a big luxurious bed, and I'm good to go. That's all we had for supper because we arrived at 2 a.m. like I said, so that's all they'd left. And this was their low season, so they didn't have that many guests, so I don't think they were going to make much of an effort, but it was beautiful. I was soaking it in, obviously. And yeah, and there was a personalized message, which was so nice. I thought that was really nice of them to do that. And this hotel is part of Melia group of hotels. There's another luxury hotel that I'll show you later in the next part. That's part of them anyway. And yeah, this one was a 4-star. They've got a 5-star, which is very nice. And yeah, that's just the room again when we arrived, before we made a mess of it, but they were good to clean and all that. And yeah, that was the tea station, that was the bathroom. Like I said, very clean. The hotel was so tropical luxurious, as you can see, and it was time to unwind. And yeah, I didn't watch much of TV. I just a little bit. I think we just use it for music here and there. And that was the morning after. Watch out for part 2. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.